Alright, welcome back to Pokemon Go. We are in Go Battle Weekend Day 2 right now. It is Saturday of the Pokemon World Championships. I've been watching the stream. I got the jersey already from the item shop. I also got the t-shirt from that code that I mentioned in my last video. Today, though, we're going to do some battles. Now, we do get 100 battles today. I've already done a handful of them, but I'm going to run through a set because there's something very special that's in Pokemon Go now. We have the arrival of Altered Form Shadow Giratina, which already, just by its existence, is the #1 ranked Pokemon in all of Great League. And we just happened to get one that I'm fairly happy with. I did practice with it a little bit. You can see the team that I'm going to be running in this video down below. We've got Gastrodon, who I'm very familiar with. I have used Gastrodon a lot over the years. We also have Credilli, who I am fairly confident with. I've used Credilli a lot, not as much as Gastrodon. Gastrodon has been in multiple regional championships with me. But we also, as you see in the back, have that Shadow Giratina. Now, I did change up my team a little bit, so as I go in here, it will look a little different. This is what I was running through most of the season, but it's not what I will be running here. So we are going to Gastrodon, to Credilli, and as you saw, the Shadow Altered Form Giratina. And here we go with battle number 1. I have been grinding a little bit better lately. Gotten my ranking up a little bit more. We are chasing rank 17 right now. Again, the goal is to get to rank 20 and up to ace before the end of this weekend. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a whole lot of Sableyes lately. Sableye used to be a huge use in the meta, but you don't see it as much as you used to nowadays. I'm going to go to Body Slam here and see if we can maybe get our opponent here to give up one of their shields. They did not fall for it. I'm going to sacrifice a shield here, though. We don't want Sableye matching up against Giratina. That's not going to be a good matchup for Giratina, because ghosts are strong against ghosts. So, yes, because Gastrodon has already done the work against Sableye, we already know that Sableye can do some damage to Giratina. So I wanted to farm down just a little bit more, at least get that shield out of the way before we switch to Giratina. Because now, by not making that switch, by losing Gastrodon naturally, we still have the option to switch should we need to, and we are going to need to in this matchup here. They've got a Diggersby. I know Diggersby quite well, so that's going to be helpful for me. I have to protect Credilli. I cannot lose Credilli because Giratina is not going to do well against Azumarill because of it having because it has fairy typing on Azumarill. Okay, this is probably going to be Scorching Sands, I'm guessing. Yep, there's Scorching Sands. We did survive it, thankfully. We can farm down a little bit more, because we are going to survive this as well. This way, we can hit a couple of Grass Knots on that Azumarill. I'm just going to use one quick out of necessity, but we'll still get that other one. I was wasting energy by doing that, so sometimes you just got to know when when to just give in. And see, we weren't going to get that second one anyway, so this could hurt. This could really hurt, but there's the play rough. Ooh, we did survive it. We do get to a Dragon Claw. Can we hold on, Giratina? What's it going to be, buddy? No. That's going to be all she wrote on that one. So, if the question is Giratina the move? It can be. That's the tricky thing about this game, is it's all about lineups. Now, if you're watching the live stream of the Pokemon World Championships this weekend, you might hear them talk about team sheets. Maybe so-and-so looked over at their team sheet to check the team. They're looking at their opponent's team. They're not looking at their own team when they are doing that. When you compete in a Play Pokemon tournament, whether it's in person at, oh, we just got a free win, they just handed it to us. Gastrodon is a very good counter to Clodsire, so it doesn't surprise me that when they saw that matchup, maybe they just didn't feel they had anything that could really stop Gastrodon. But yeah, when you're at a Play Pokemon tournament, whether it's at a card shop or the regional championships that I play in, which I actually do both of those things, you will either, the card shop I play at, I have to hand write it onto a sheet of paper. I write out my whole team, and I actually write 2 copies of it. One that stays with the organizer. I'm just going to go to the mirror match here because this actually would have been not so great for me. But yeah, one sheet goes to the organizer, which will include stats like HP, which your opponent won't know your HP. They're only going to know your CP of your Pokemon. But you have to register your team ahead of time, basically. When you're at regionals, especially. Oh, did he glitch there? It didn't look like he was attacking. I'll have to look back on that and review it. If I forget to, let me know in the comments. Did he not attack there? It didn't look like he had been attacking. But the things that you need to put on those team sheets include all 6 of the Pokemon that you'll be using, all of their attacks, their fast move, and their 2 charged moves if you put a second charge move on it. And you'll also need to put on it if they are a Shadow Pokemon, a Purified Pokemon, if they are your current Best Buddy, because if you have a Best Buddy Pokemon, that gives it an automatic extra level. So for some Pokemon, that actually really matters. You know, if it's, for instance, let's say you're using a Lickitung, and to get optimal stats, you need that Lickitung at 51%. Or level 51, I mean. Well, you can't naturally get that. You have to have it be Best Buddy. So that tells your opponent that you've added an extra level to that Pokemon through it being your current Best Buddy. With it being purified, that gives the information that, you know, it may have return on it, which you'll know anyway from the move sets. So, in all honesty, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense why you need to put if they're a purified one. But with it being Shadow, that does make sense because a Shadow Pokemon like this Giratina, for example, Shadow Pokemon have a weighted attack, but they're also, I use the word glassy. They can essentially sacrifice their stamina to stay in a battle. Their defense goes down because their attack goes up by being Shadow. This is not a great set so far. We are 1-2 right now, if you count that one person that just joined and gave up. I mean, we'll still take the one win. I'll say that. Salazzle is a Pokemon I have not seen in here yet. Interesting. And they made the switch to Ludicolo. I'm going to switch to Giratina now. Ludicolo is also a weird one. But I would prefer to have Credilli actually in the back on this as a backup, because if I can get them to burn through some shield here, that would have been great. It didn't matter because they just let Ludicolo go down. Of course they have a Azumarill. Of course. All the more reason why Credilli, that actually ended up being some lucky foresight for me, because you don't know what's going to be in the back. And now I know their whole team, because they've got the Salazzle. So I'm going to want Credilli here in this match. And I'm going to switch back to Gastrodon now. I'm going to use Earth Power. And now this battle is in our hands, I would say. I feel very confident with this one now. Yep. Interestingly enough, they have not used a shield. I'm not going to either, because what would be the point right now? Especially because we're going to want Credilli to be in possession of those shields, because we've already got this win otherwise. They did use their shield there. Now either they're going to burn through a shield here, and we've already got Grass Knot already charged up. We banked it down, and there it is. They're out of shield, and we're just going to finish it. And there we go. And we didn't even use a shield in that battle. And we only lost Giratina. So, hey, that actually worked very well for me. See, because I'm playing online, I don't have a team sheet, so I have no idea what they have. They have no idea what I have. So, that's one of the things that makes play Pokemon tournaments much different. Is you have to try to predict how they're going to match their lineup against you. Are they going to change their strategy because of what you brought? Are you changing your strategy because of what they brought? It's a lot of head games. This is just free play, basically. It really depends on the matchup, whether I use my first shield or not. And in this case, because I have Credilli in the back, I know that that's one Pokemon that's already going to take out this one. Not to mention, I mean, I already did a lot of work on this Lapras. I really would like to see this turn around into a winning set here. Again, Giratina would do wonders against this Dragonite. but at the same time, I don't want to lose that safe swap. That was interesting. They let that rock slide go. Huh. Typhlosion, okay. Alright, we're going to safe swap here because we got Rock Slide. Credilli's on like 1 HP though. Rock Slide will be super effective against Typhlosion here. Not that that mattered. And they still had 1 HP on the Dragonite. So I didn't even remember what that third Pokemon was, but it didn't matter because we had the Giratina matchup. So we went 3-2, technically 2-2 because somebody caved. That's alright though, we claim our rewards. Okay. Alolan Marowak. I love Alolan Marowak. Pokemon Sun was the first mainline Pokemon game that I bought myself. It was also the first one since Pokemon Yellow that I owned. So I'll always have a special place in my heart for Alolan Pokemon. And I'm probably going to post it at some point, but I used an Alolan Marowak against arguably one of the best players in the world, and it wrecked. It was awesome. I nearly beat him. I had 1 hit left on this guy, so I'll probably post that at some point. But thanks for being here and checking out my battles. I would say Giratina held its own. A couple of hiccups, but that's gonna happen when you're using a new Pokemon for roughly the first time. I would say I've only done about 40-45 battles with Giratina so far, so that's not a lot. But I'll get my practice in, and that's what this whole channel is about, is practicing, it's learning, it's getting better, it's building the confidence, the instincts, the strategies, shifting my brain to be able to work through those things when I need to. That's what we're doing here. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment. If you've got any tips or suggestions that you think I could learn from, also please help me out. I'm trying here, I'm trying to get better. But thank you for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to keep up with my journey as I continue to make my way to Worlds 2026. Be good to each other and to yourselves. I'll see you in the next one.